Good evening. That's it, because it is Galaga 88. An amazing game. One of the first games I ever had on the system, actually. So we're going to start with a dual setup. Very enjoyable game, this one, particularly when you get to later levels. Now I'll just check in with people to see we've got our audios are okay. This is the first time I've played this game on a TFT monitor. It's extremely bright and colourful. Extremely bright and colourful. Let's just see if he's going to do a dingo. No, he's not going to do a dingo. This one is, though. Fighter captured. Right, so what I need to do now is just pop him off. I like that noise. I've always liked that noise. Look at that. He's happy. I'm happy. I'll just put it on there. I'm putting on auto fire so you don't hear my button crashing. I'm going to do some level chaining right now. Okay, so where you've got to shoot all of the ships. Very jolly music, don't you agree? Lovely little synchronised dancing. Of course, one of the earlier Galaga games had a similar bonus level on it, and you had to, I think it was the one I've got on my Arcade Classics PCB called, I think it's Galaga 3, or Gapless, and you bounce the bees, and it spells the word bonus. It's actually quite difficult to get that, but on this one you can get, you get full points quite easily. Oh, this really takes me back. So I've got an extra. I'm really enjoying this. Enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. I haven't played this for years. I haven't played this for donkey's years. It's just such a friendly game. So I've got a few extra orbs down there. I think it might be a way of getting what you could say is an extra life, or at least an extra continue perhaps. We'll see anyway. We'll see. It'd be nice if they had sort of extra bonus items in them, extra weapons and things, but I've been playing this game since I was in my early 20s, late teens, and I haven't seen any of that. Russian March, as they call it. And to the other side, anticipate them, and shoot them! Top points. What's that? Oops. So we have our first scrolling level. Quite a nice one, this. And the PC Engine did have stereo sound, as many of you will know, and a glorious sound it was too, especially when amplified through a stereo system, or what would now be considered a Bluetooth hi-fi. But yeah, lovely crisp sound. I mean, obviously it's got its limitations. Now I don't think any of these collect you, because once you're 3 ships, you can't get any bigger than that. I used to find these fascinating, these boulders. Bear in mind, the games I've been playing before this were Spectrum 48K games, and these colourful pre-rendered meteorites or asteroids or whatever they're supposed to represent. Big step up. Big step up. Seem to be surviving pretty easily on this game at the moment. It's not a taxing game to start with. Thought I would ease myself into this stream with a rather easy game, and for the sake of keeping the stream interesting, I'm not going to play more than 1 or 2 more levels. It's obviously nice to see a boss. An extra bit of gameplay here. Oh, it's taking me back. It's like a Dracula head. Oh, what a pillock. He's just gone away as well. Didn't even give me the satisfaction of knocking him out. I'm just going to see if I can up the contrast a bit. Let's give it a little bit more bump. If I can do that. Yeah, just a little bit brighter there. Okay, nice. To say, this is enough looking good out of the monitor with the line doubler. It's so crisp. It's unbelievable, actually. Never seen graphics like this from my PC Engine. I've been playing this for years and years on a CRT, and a domestic CRT, not a fancy BVM or anything, but a domestic CRT. It looks lovely, I have to say, but it's quite extraordinary when you hook a retro machine up to something that can crystallize the image into something unbelievably processed looking and perfect, filtering all of the analog nature out of it. What you're left with is the juice of perfect RGB. See if we get an opportunity to get nozzled. Gonna nozzle us? No. Not interested then. Bit more galactic dancing. Oh. Not sure I'll do this one particularly well. It's a bit more difficult. The tunes remain etched in your mind. The gay simplicity belies how incredibly difficult that section was. Oh, I'm not sure that 1600 meant that I got a complete wave. I don't know whether I did. That is the last wave though. Oh, I missed that one. What a plonker. Ah. Oh no, I wasn't. I was watching back my stream and I was actually caught off guard then. Looking at my stream, didn't in fact appreciate that I just finished the level. Right. Oh. as soon I get that up, didn't I? Oh my goodness. Well. Looks like I might need to transform again. Stand any chance of getting through this onslaught. That's a nice looking. Oh yes. Some of that. Right, try not to shoot it when it's at the top, otherwise what happens is you lose your life. It just stays floating at the top. I was impressed by the shading on these sprites. particularly the ones that expand. So when you own a ZX Spectrum, you're not used to seeing colour gradients. They don't exist. Obviously you get texture gradients, but I'm casting my mind back a good 30 years or so. If not more. And yeah, colour. I remember the Commodore 64, I didn't own one. It had a very limited colour palette, but they'd selected colours that kind of worked. They were quite naturalistic. You could say a sort of palette of pastels. Whereas the Spectrum had a... Oh no, I don't want to do that. Backed out. If I'd gone up into that hole, I'd never have come out again. That would have been game over. Okay. One of my favourite bits of music, this. Oh! Yeah, I like this one. So cool, this game. Nice. Whoa. So that's what they do. Oh, I've forgotten about that. So, these orbs have some kind of... They have some bearing on which level you end up at. And sort of difficulty level. It's a bit like Border Down, if I remember rightly. It has been a very long time since I played this, but there is that bit of depth in this game where, depending on those dimension crystals, you warp to various different levels. It's the thing getting a little bit more manic now. And I'm really enjoying this. And I've played Gaplus a lot more than this recently, because I just haven't been playing the engine an awful lot these past few years. It's good to get it out again, so speak! Wasn't too clever. And yeah, have a little laid-back evening playing Hue cards. Hue cards that I had back in the day, as the expression goes. And, even if I hadn't had them back in the day, they would still be good games to play now. Because they're just good, aren't they? I'll just shoot that. If I can grab this. Phew. It's extremely fast now. This is the kind of speed you got in Gaplus at the beginning. I can't remember if Galaga, the original, was this fast. I think it was pretty nippy. Certainly Gaplus, the one I've been playing, is nippy as hell when you start. Right, Lord, yeah! A cutesy game with, at this point. It does feel like an arcade game. Nice, it's got that real arcade feel. Good evening, Central Dogma. Hi, here again on the next stream. Welcome. How are you doing? There we go. Up the difficulty. Short and sweet. I think time for another scrolling level. I'd like to think so. Not yet. Alright, pesky slime ball. I'm not going to continue if I die on this level. This is, let's see if I can get that. Oh, I got it. Nice. Not able to take advantage of the dingles on this level. Oh, I've got another one. Pleased about that. It's going to take a fair bit of concentration to get past this set. You have this lovely medal system, which, along with your score, you get yourself on the high score table. I'm not sure what extra kind of role those medals play, or if it's just something that's nice to look at, you know, on the score table. It's like, oh yeah, I got 4 billion, and I also, you know, got that Apple medal, which you don't get very often, sort of thing. Yeah. Risk and reward. I'm playing this on the XE1 HE Pro joystick, which was an unnecessary statement to make, considering I just died. But yeah, it's turned out to be a complete waste of time talking about that. Good evening, Maestro Mike 86. What model PC Engine do you have? I have the original white PC Engine, Japanese, and it's got an RGB SCART conversion in it. So I'm also running this through the briefcase, so the PC Engine CD-ROM 2 system, and I might just have a little nose around with the camera and see if let me just see if this works. So I'm going to go over to flange cam, trademark, so don't worry about the slight lack of flange cam at the moment, not a problem. We can see to that. We just need to do a little bit of adjusting. Okay, so there's power going to it. So we just need to go to, what we'll do is use my, okay, excellent. Right, so excuse me for a second. Just getting the video back in. Won't be a minute. There we go. Okay, right. So just because Maestro Mike asked me what type of PC Engine I've got, I'm now going to show him. So if you can just see it in there. So yeah, CD-ROM briefcase. There you go. Back to the game. Let's just mount that camera down in the corner permanently. There you go. Right. So that was Galaga 88. I think we're going to choose something else now. How's everyone doing on this Sunday evening, wherever you are? Where are you guys from? Maestro Mike 86. UK, Europe, South America, Latin America, Asia. Where are you? Right. Next up we have Gunhed. We go straight in with Gunhed on this occasion. And this is a long game. We all know that. We also know that it's a flippin' amazing game. It's a seriously good game. And just waiting for the... There we go. Okay. Might just add a little bit of a filter to that. Okay. Yeah, that's better. There you go. That's better, isn't it? Hue shift. It's funny when you're streaming, you kind of look at that. Hue shift, look at that. It's the first time the PC Engine has had a kind of groovy. Still a little bit blue, isn't it? Yeah, it's okay. That'll do. Okay, on with the game. Maestro Mike, cool setup. Always thought that was the most cosmetically interesting setup. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. There are other setups, so there's about 150 ways to wear your PC Engine. You have a Duo, which is more convenient, and you're in the US. Nice, nice. Yeah, the Duo. I've never owned a Duo, actually. I'm really tempted. I'm tempted. Just leave it there. I mean, you know, you don't need more than one PC Engine if you've got a CD drive, so... but lovely system, yeah. So with that one, I guess you've got the most power in the smallest space. No converters, no messing around, no No need even for a Super CD-ROM card, I guess. You just go... Right, so let me know what the volume's like. I do like the soundtrack on this game, so I'm just going to go up a little bit. Okay. So Gunhed, by Compile. Obviously, there are similarities between this and Super Celeste on the Super Nintendo, which is a flippin' amazing game. And I've played this game as long as I've lived, almost. For a very, very, very long time. And I hadn't played Super Celeste until, I don't know, 6 months ago maybe? I'm faffing around with my pickups at the moment. Let us know if the volume is satisfactory or not. I do like to have the sound up a little bit higher than some people do. Some people like the voice to be kind of dominant, but I just feel if I'm able to sort of raise my voice a bit, I'm much happier if viewers can hear a bit of the music and the sound effects, because it's really much better when you're playing. I think I'm going to... Oh, I should have got a shield. So yeah, you've got speed up there. 4 different weapon systems. Very long levels. If I get H, it will take my shield away. And if I get M, it will take the other one away. And I'm on 3 at the moment, so I'm going to stay with 3. If you get the F, I'll just get the F. Oh, this is crap, this F. The F kind of transforms your weapon depending on which of the 4 you've got. If you've got weapon 1 and you get the F, it turns into a lovely blue fireball Comstar. But if you get other ones, it's not nearly as nice. I like the Co-Fly pilot, which is M. Zali. And of course the other great game by these... volume could go up a little bit. Interesting. You mean the actual game audio? Nice. Hello, John Simpson. How are you doing? Love this. Was playing on the Mini recently. Really? So yeah, they've got this on the Mini. I think this might be a little bit too loud. Yeah. Let me know if this is okay, because I tend to be quite liberal with the volume on these games. It has got a thumping soundtrack, Gunhed. And when you compare it to other PC Engine games, it's got that real kind of crunchiness to the drums, more sampled sounds. And there we go. Shower of bullets, and it's didn't last very long. But what a game. MK Carl, nice one. How's it going, my friends? Game audio, yeah. So I'll take it the game audio is okay at the moment then, which is good. How you doing, Carl? Had a good weekend? Finished your patio yet? Oh, so I got another M and the orbs changed colour. That must be a good thing. So yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? That the famous Mega Drive game, obviously, that everybody raves about, written by Compile, was obviously, well, in some territories it was called, I think it was, I'm showing my age now, I think it was called, it wasn't a Lest, was it? It was, God, memory's not my strength, long-term memory, but anyway, everyone knows the one I'm on about. I'm just going to concentrate on the game. It's funny, it just goes to show that even if you don't own a game back from when, you don't have that association with it. So I have played that Mega Drive game a fair bit recently, but I don't have that connection to it, simply because, there you go, simply because I never bought it. I never had a Mega Drive. Musha Alest. God, bloody hell, my memory. Anyway, I got there in the end. Yeah, Musha Alest. But Musha Alest is a thumping game as well. Anyone got any other Compile classics they want to share? I mean, obviously, you know, Robo Alest, I guess. I haven't played that one. I'd have to burn it and play it on my Nintendo Wii emulator. But yeah, I can't be bothered. You can't play Can't play CD games so easily on the ROM sets because it's like only a 32 gigabyte card I've got, but it's still got like 38,000 games on it for like all sorts of systems, and it's freaking brilliant. But sadly not that many CD based games because that would just eat up all the memory. So this is one of those much vaunted end of level bosses in the pages of national gaming magazines and newspapers. Get that for the hell of it. Central Dogma. Good evening. Me and some friends planning to get into the expensive bandwagon. You mean PC Engine collecting, presumably? Yeah. All good, mate. Been out there today. Alest on MSX on the better shit. Alest, yeah, MSX. Absolutely, Alest, the original. Yeah, I've got an MSX emulator on the Wii. That is one of the emulators that it does have. So, and it's got virtually everything for the MSX. It's just they're all in funny folders and funny folders. Not that I don't spend all my working life opening folders, but something I'm less inclined to do if there are too many folders on a ROM card. But yeah, nice one. CD briefcase. Yeah, okay. The way of the briefcase. It's a beautiful piece of gear. I'm going to stick with my weapons actually. The briefcase. What would I recommend about the briefcase? So it has stereo out, phono out, and the phono out, if I am not mistaken, has got both CD Redbook audio channels and PC Engine sound chip channels, so you get mixed audio. You'll probably need to mod it if you want to run it on RGB. But the way I've got mine set up is I've got the PC Engine itself is modded, so it's got a SCART, RGB SCART output, and the briefcase itself is not modded at all. It's just straight out of the box. So all I do, I use the audio from the briefcase as my audio channel mix or whatever. Got it going into OBS at the moment, and the video from the PC Engine. The other option, of course, is just have the, it's not much of an option, but have the composite output. The less said about that, the better in today's demands of today's retro gamer. Very much higher than they were when I bought my PC Engine originally. In fact, the demands that I placed on my PC Engine originally were much higher than it could ever deliver. Having seen all these gorgeous visuals in the magazines, fuck that one up, use my language. All these great visuals in the magazines, and what we used to say at the time were liney graphics. We were quite young. Obviously, we meant scanline graphics, but we just called them liney. And then the reality, when you plug your all of those units you used to get anyway, AV boosters and all that gumph. Basically stuff that you shoved in the extension bus, which seemed like quite a cool thing. It's like, oh, look at this fancy video adapter I've got plugged into the back. It was all quite glamorous in a way, but you got absolutely rotten picture out of it. Of course, the alternative was just to have your RF output, which again you needed a converter for, because the native output on the PC Engine is NTSC video. So I mean, God, talk about a non-UK. I think I need to let up a few smart bombs here, because I do know this boss well. We go back a long way, me and this boss. It goes a salmon colour in a minute. It starts to sweat when it goes a different colour. I don't trust my skills at the moment, because I haven't played this for a long time. I know it didn't go salmon. I was going ahead of myself. Been playing Gate of Thunder. Gate of Thunder, what a great game. I played that on my last stream, didn't I? God, what a game. What do you reckon of it then, Carl? It's a flipping awesome game. Just gets better and better, doesn't it? Each level is just such a great... Oh, this is a lot like Musha Alest, isn't it, this level? It's stupidly similar. No. The LT system is pretty cool too, says Mike. Oh yeah, the LT. If I was considering doing an LT stream, and I could do one, and I would probably enjoy it. It would take a little bit of setting up, so it's one of those things. It's I'll do it at some point, and I will get my what I call my flange cam set up on the little LCD screen, so just where it says PC Engine on the side there, you'll have another little screen which is an actual live LCD screen. I think that would be rather nice. Beautiful music. It's really only level 2. I don't know how many levels this game's got. It's got about 10, hasn't it? It's a big game. And I probably won't play an awful lot more levels than this. I'll just get to the boss perhaps on this and then put the next one in. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous game. Absolutely gorgeous. And when we had this game originally, this was such a step up from anything we were playing on the Spectrum, or I didn't have a Commodore or an Amstrad, but it was such a step up. It was fantastic. You know, the colours were the main thing. You can sort of say, yeah, the graphics are good, you know, it's really playable. But actually, the thing that stood out above everything else was the colours. It's just, the colours are just so, just bang on. Right. Oh, there you go, there's the salmon colour. All those lovers of salmon in the audience. Okay. John Simpson, Compile, Superstar Soldier, amazing. Superstar Soldier, yeah. I didn't have that originally, but I've obviously collected it since and agree that it is an amazing game. It's like a caravan level, this one, doesn't it? Such a lot of choice. Sorry about that shouting. Oh. Okay, come on then, pay attention. All of these levels have depth. You know, if you stop looking, you stop focusing, you'll die. And they all do. They're just. It's a great game. Perhaps don't give it the love it deserves sometimes. PC Engine. Just because, you know, you get used to playing, you know, like cave games and really kind of super slick arcade shooters like Bat Rider and Ibarra and things like that, and it's yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because these games are just phenomenal. It's so good to mix things up. Just change system. Like, I got into playing the NES recently, just shooters, because I'm obviously a big fan of the shoot 'em up genre, and I was playing that for about a week, and I know that's not very long in the grand scheme of the existence of the Nintendo Entertainment System, but a week of solid shooters on the NES. My goodness, there are some good games out there. Yeah, I won't try and remember them all now because my memory will fail. Yeah, I've got virtually all the shooters. There are a lot of them, and it's at least like, I reckon there must be 100 shoot 'em ups on the NES, and I had to download quite a few. The Wii didn't come with all of them. It's this Wii that I speak about so often. Isn't that gorgeous, that bit of graphics on the edge? Let's see if I can activate a smart bomb. I don't think smart bombs take away the tiles. It'd be nice if they did. Let's see if they do. I'll just get that. Less hassle. Green, always get the green. Galaga-esque power-up aliens, bug style. You just catch up with comments. MKK, I still play my Duo R on composite. My core graphics has RGB build thing with MD2 SCART leader. Okay. I guess you've got a Duo R which has been not modded, right? It's a bit like my briefcase. You have some consoles that have been modded and some that haven't. Quite nice to have original hardware. What are your thoughts on Star Parodia? I really like it. It's one of the games I was considering playing tonight. I just thought I really want like a kind of an easygoing game selection. And that was the first game that came to mind under the title Easygoing. But then I thought I had a few issues with like CD sound on the last stream. It's quite difficult to get the most from CD games, and I need to do a little bit more work on my audio capture. So I thought I'm not going to do CD games tonight. So yeah, long-winded answer there, Mike. I do like it. It's like a pretty solid Hudson Soft shooter, and it's quite difficult. It's a bit like Gunhed or one of these games. The first level is pretty damn easy. It's got caravan mode from what I remember, and yeah, really good. Lots of characters as well, and for a parody game, I reckon it's up there. I mean, Proteus and all that, yeah, good games. But there are other parody games which are absolutely on the money. What's that one I had on the PS1 for a while? It's got a funny name. Set in a theme park. My God, this level has never looked so good. Tor, as they say. I'm not going to do that dreadful impression of an alien again. Thrown in the... Oh. Oh no. Oh well. Just call this a weapon demo. Some people probably like this weapon, but I just can't stand it. So I'm going to go all out and deny myself this weapon though. There you go. Yeah, number 4, I just don't like those balls flying around. They're really distracting. Give me a Vulcan or a, give me something more Vulcan-like. I spoke too soon. I've lost all my power-ups now. I've still got 6 lives. But I said I wouldn't play this level. Hey, what did I know back then? It's just young and inexperienced and didn't know how much joy this game could provide. Yeah, the Hudson take on Proteus, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it had a lot of... I did it again. It had a lot of Proteus in it with the old character selection and... Right, okay. I think this is going to end quite quickly now. So I lack the commitment in this particular moment because I'm streaming to... I lack the commitment to really make another run of that. So we're going to say goodbye to Gunhed and so long. And the next game I've got on the pile is... Wow, this is one of the games that I got with the PC Engine. So I got Galaga 88 and R-Type 2. And R-Type 2, funnily enough, I bought this rather than R-Type, the original, because I played R-Type in the arcade. And on the ZX Spectrum, being the game machine that I had at the time. And because I'd been playing R-Type on the arcade, oh, that's not good, is it? It's gold. That's really strange. I didn't expect it to be gold. Is that just because it's R-Type 2? There you go. It's a loading screen. Isn't that funny? Never noticed that before. Oh my God, that's flipping loud. That is flipping loud. Let's just knock that down a little bit. How's that? How's the volume? You can see what I've got now. Also fire enabled. Oh gosh, the number of times I played this. It's sort of there's a memory deep in my head of where things come in the screen, but it's been such a long time. Such a long time. Of course, when I had a PC Engine in the early 1990s or late 1980s, it was 50 hertz, And as a result, these games run a lot slower, albeit with unpleasant borders on the screen. But they certainly run a bit slower, and they weren't quite so manic. They weren't quite so manic. I think I'll get that speed. I think I need it. Oh, not another one. Bloody speed dealership. I think that was asking for trouble. That was. This is asking for trouble as well. In fact, everything is asking for trouble in this game. Oh yes, nice. Okay. Remember the tactic. Let's do this. I didn't always have auto fire, but I do know that you can actually get a bit more of a kill on this when you're shooting it like that. There you go. Whew. Daniel F, good evening. PC Engine. Oh, it's a joyous level, this one. It's so joyous that you can hardly believe that it's going to result in tears of crying of frustration. Most uplifting music on any computer game. It's like Toplan, isn't it? I seem to remember I have to linger there. Oh God, this is going to be dreadful. Oh, I've not learnt that enemy pattern. Anyway, this game will end a bit more quickly than the last one. The Gunhed was on for about, I don't know, how long was it? Must have been a good 20 minutes. If it maybe even more, I have no idea what the time is, but with R-Type you're not going to get 20 minutes of gameplay. Not when you haven't been playing it for 20 years. Anyway, yeah, R-Type. So news is that R-Type Final 2 has come out. Sean was talking about that the other night. It's rather nice. I'm not a massive fan of the Final series. I did have it on the PlayStation 2 for a while and ended up selling it. And what was strange is that I'd never played R-Type Delta. So after some 15 years or maybe just 10 years of owning a PlayStation 2 with PlayStation 1 backwards compatibility, I decided to buy R-Type Delta recently. I can confirm that it is an absolute monster of a game. So that was R-Type 2. An enjoyable little play nonetheless, despite the difficulty. And the next one in the pile seems to be sticking two fingers up at me because I seem to have put R-Type 1 in the pile. So I'm just going to play this on the first level, just because the PC Engine version of R-Type is quite nifty. And it's in the pile, and there are 3 more games after this to play on this stream. So these are the games that I put out, so these are the ones I'm going to play. There you go. Daniel, I never grew up with the TurboGrafx PC Engine, but as I got older, it's one of my favourite consoles of all time and amassed a sizable collection. A sizable collection of PC Engine games is a good thing. It's just straight into the action with R-Type, isn't it? Is there enough contrast on the OBS image, or is it a little bit lacking in punch? Because at the moment, when I'm looking through my laptop screen, it's quite clear, but the graphics are a little bit yellow, meaning that it's picking up the kind of beige from the background, but instead of being a bright beige, it's a slightly dark beige. Does anyone care how beige the background is? I say I care. I care enough to do something about it. I think that is a bit flipping weird, that. So what I'm going to do is do a bit of hue shift. Oh, that looks nice. Bit of hue shift. Saturation, always good to have a bit of saturation. Contrast, that looks about right. Gamma. See, gamma does that, doesn't it? Look. Oh dear, that was ugly. Don't do too much gamma, it. blast the middle of the screen out. Okay, there we go. Live faffing. See if we can do the most basic of level completions on the PC Engine. That was a bit sketchy, that one. Again, joyful music, joyful graphics, all together. Wonderfully joyful experience, except when those bullets get you. It's real background bonanza, this level. Oh, look at that. Oh, Helix laser. Again, this was just such a colourful looking game. The famous, that looks bloody weird. I don't know if anyone else has got that. I'm going to have to faff again. It's looking really green. So I've got a colour correction filter on OBS. It does all sorts of strange things. Look, yeah. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too much faffing going on there. Maybe a little bit too much faffing. Let's get the brightness. It also might be because PC Engine itself that I'm running has a slightly. I haven't changed it for the better, have I? I'm just gonna have to put up with it. Oh, waste. Waste of a life that was. Okay. Love a bit of beige. Good. Hello, Great John Zoney. Nice to see you. You came in right at the point of unnecessary image correction. Oh God, he's not even get to the end of the first level. Sort it out. Sort it out. So, you've got to be cheeky with that guy down there. Oh no! What a penis! What an absolute dickhead. Well, that is it. I'm afraid I'm not gonna debase myself by carrying on playing R-Type 1 that badly. But I'm going to switch on another game. That wasn't Quit Rage. Just in case anyone thought it was not Quit Rage. So the next one is another game I got very early on in the PC Engine. This is Tiger Heli. And this has been, I don't know, superseded, advanced upon, improved on by so many games over the years, so many games. But you know, it's still a very competent game. Very competent game. Yeah, it's all looking a bit blue, isn't it? But never mind. So here we go. Tiger Heli. Originally by Toplan. Helicopter-based shooting game. And seems to be a lot of controversy about what this game is actually called. Seems to be a great deal of anger expressed in some parts of YouTube over people that call this Tiger Heli. It's not. It's called something like Cobra, something or other, Twin Cobra or something. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just called something Heli or Heli Cobra. But anyway, who cares what it's called? I had the Saturn sequel called Kyo Tiger, and sold it for some reason. Pretty decent, Kyo Tiger. This has got the feel of a slightly inferior Raiden clone, doesn't it? Not quite doing what Raiden did, but it's still decent. I mean, that's a bit basic, isn't it? Some of those explosions, they're not going to blow you away, are they? Tanks. It's a sort of good general shooter. So it's got the difficulty curve, that's for sure. I think that's what I always liked about it. It was a good challenge. Got a fair range of levels with their own challenges. Holy. Looks well different. Yeah, it's funny. I think it's the actual PC Engine. It's funny because it's coming through my monitor absolutely perfectly. I mean, the colour reproduction is just spot on. There's none of that weird blues or greens or beiges. But it seems to be, as it goes into the laptop, it seems to go a bit weird. I probably need to add another colour enhancement or filter to the actual OBS input to get it looking just right, but that's for another time. I've already tried it 3 times tonight, and it didn't make much difference. So these 3 weapons, we've got an extra life then. I have a habit of going around. So I can't remember what the green one is, but I don't remember it not being... I don't think I like the yellow one. I'm going to go for the red. I'm just going to play it safe, go with the Vulcan. Okay. I'll probably make it onto the first boss. Well, I definitely will. It would be a sad day if I didn't make it to the first boss, having screwed up R-Type 1. Nice bit of flicker. One thing you've got to remember when you've been playing a lot of cave games is you hitboxes on PC Engine games are not very small. I don't like hanging around underneath that. That was just poor. A strategy or two could have got me through that bit. Okay, I might just quit here actually. Again, not quit rage, but I might quit just because I fancy just keeping things going on rotation. So the next one is another very early shooter that I had. These are all games that I had originally, like a long time ago, not since I got back into the PC Engine. And so I thought I would just do justice to these early shooters in the collection. One that I do not have. One that I don't have is, what's it called? Yeah, that's come out quite nice. Rock On. Don't have that one. Hideous game. Oh. It's looking nice. I do like this game. When I got this felt like a big step up from Tiger Heli. In actual fact, it's not a major step up. It's not like one of the greats. It's not like Gate of Thunder, but then you can't compare this with Gate of Thunder because this isn't a CD-ROM game. But I think comparing this to Gate of Thunder does raise some interesting questions about the veracity of the CD add-on. I think most people would... Most people would agree that the CD add-on is worth having. Let's go for... Oh. There, that's what you want. This is what you want. That's what you want. This is the best weapon. I mean, you can't do much. Once you got this weapon, you are pretty much meted up. Things are not terrifically challenging when you're fully powered up on this level. Bit of showing off. Ah, dog's head. Not an attractive looking boss. What a weird coloured screen that's gone. That looks like an MSX, doesn't it, or something? It's kind of got really Okay, I'm going to go on to this. It's a funny weapon. Something that speed. Good that you can't die on scenery in this game. Appreciate that. I don't think I've ever played the arcade version of Sidearms. Come out on any of the consoles? And say, Carl, love this game. Got 2 copies. One of which is a really dodgy pirate U card. I always appreciated how smooth this game ran. I always enjoyed it. Yeah, speed is nice. I don't know if Forgotten Worlds was a follow-up to this or whether it was just kind of surprisingly similar. I don't expect it was a follow-up. But yeah, Forgotten Worlds, I haven't got that either. I know it makes use of the 3, is it even a 6-button controller? It certainly makes use of the 3-button controller. Because of course you use the 2 buttons on the outside to rotate your gun, and then the one in the middle presumably to fire, I presume. Could be wrong. Ordyne has a similar, Barumba. Barumba has a similar mechanic, so you've got this slightly stupid ship with these weapons that a bit like a crab. You kind of rotate the claw and it fires up the direction. I seem to remember at this stage when I used to play it, I was thinking, oh, the graphics are really good, aren't they now? It's like really impressive. Look at that fade out. I wasn't wrong. I must say though that MBL is going to be a bit more appropriate on this one. Yes. Let's get naffed up, isn't it? Oh. Those look like the same bonus items that you get in Radiant Silvergun. Not mistaken. Was this Konami, this game, originally? Who brought this one out in the arcade Sidearms? I'm trying to remember. Data East? I'm sure the box will tell me. I want one of them. Oh, I'm enjoying this. I think the games that, for me, are delivering tonight are the ones that are easy. Let's be brutally honest about it. Oh, hold down. Them, I think. Oh yeah, pistols. Is this loud enough? Could be a bit louder. Not the best, is it? You can see some rather amateurish graphical blocks coming up there. Hey, why not? I have a lot of memory to play with, so these straight edges in there. Boom, boom. Oh, is that an extra life? Took a hit. Here we go. So funny, the music. It's like celebratory music. If you go with the MBL weapon on this, you can actually come a cropper because those homing missiles get you. So I just prefer to play it safe. It takes a while to get the energy bars on this boss now. Oh, nice. Oh. Graphical weirdness there. Got 5 lives left. That's far too many lives. Far too many. Okay, one more game to play after this. And one more of the oldies. So what I should be talking about something, shouldn't I, rather than just sitting here playing in silence. So what to talk about with this PC Engine? It's a very strange console, the PC Engine. It's kind of idiosyncratic to the max. It doesn't try and please everybody. I think what it does very well. What it does very well. And no, it doesn't have anything like Sonic on it, which is a sort of he yawns, giving away his true feelings about Sonic. Yeah, I always preferred the sort of quirky type of game, really, to the mainstream game, to say. So I was very happy with the PC Engine. Quirky beast as it is. An unlikely machine with unlikely games. So extremely friendly looking games because of the colours and the music and the overall sound of it and the look of the PC Engine. Just looks cool, doesn't it? Looks friendly. Okay, it's getting towards the end of my life on this game. It's ridiculous, that background. Just to look a bit scary. There. Okay. Gonna get a quit rage on every single game tonight. And why not? Ah, 3-way powered up. powering up my weapons as much as usual. What's this, a Donkey Kong reference or something? Oh. Oh. Take me. There we go. Sorting out my auto fire. Right, we are making our way to the last game in this series. Keep the energy up for this momentous occasion. Not that momentous, just playing some PC Engine games. Ah! That is feeble, that weapon. Should we go with one of these, I think? Yeah, let's go with that. Right, let's see if we can pull something out of the hat. Pull that out of the hat? Yeah. Okay. It's got 4 boxes of energy. That's not... It's this again. I thought I'd already played this. I have, but it's got lasers that time. Okay. Chat's gone a bit quiet. I think it's because the stream. I haven't been engaging. Been engaging with the audience. So it's got a little bit too relaxed. Just enjoying playing the game. This looks like a Konami game to me. I don't know whether it is or not. Does it matter? I've got 1 life left. I'm gonna crash out of this game so we can play the final one. Ah, nice. Very nice. I have to appreciate simple graphical changes on the PC Engine. I would say that if you're after a side-scrolling cue card, I would say there are probably better ones. The next one I'm going to play is one of the better ones, side-scrolling. Oh. And then you've got things like aero blasters and whatnot. I'm afraid none of them are Thunder Force. So don't expect quite the same level of intensity on the PC Engine hue cards as Thunder Force, but get yourself a CD-ROM system and you will find much to be thankful about. Okay, so this is Download. I had a sequel on the CD-ROM, which I do not own. I had a bootleg of it once. But here it is, Download. I really, really like this game. I really like this game. Quite a lot of text in this game. That's slick. Nice. Now whether I can't remember if the passwords are a kind of level password. That's nice. This is great, this game. Again, I've really underplayed this because of its age. That always impressed me. I think it goes in again into the window. That's like you're just getting stupid now. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. It's nice. Not found. Only this object. Logical error happened. Sid. 27. Cyber diver. Problematic health good. Download's awesome. Hello, Scott. And hello again, Carl. Download's one of the first games I got. It was a fair while ago, yeah. Okay, what are we going to do then? Beam Vulcan. quite know how I failed to... Oh, what a game. So I've got my speed on the select button. So button 2 is weapon 2. Aha. So you really just want to hold both fire buttons down on this game. Unless you have some particular, got something against having good firepower. This features weather, which will show up my weird video capture, I'm sure. That's the power up. Because the colour in the background is changing every so often. It's a very pleasant kind of slightly purpley grey at the moment. There's a lot of green in the picture there. I am doing badly, I know that. I'm playing very inconsistently at the moment. Very satisfying mid-boss. I believe it's a mid-boss. If that's the end of the level, then it's a very short level. Oh, it's a half level. Okay, yeah. This is a bit more challenging. This is quite tough, this bit. I mean, it's Atomic Robo Kid style enemies. Is Atomic Robo Kid AV? I can't remember. No, I don't think it is. A little bit of parallax. Some games are absolute... Oh, I wish I'd got that power. Some of these games are absolute monsters in parallax on the PC Engine. It must just be, you know, the team programming it, the arts and the overall kind of... Yeah, some games just don't do much parallax and others do. There you go. That's the science behind parallax. Oh yeah, some power-ups. This is a game I would really like to play to complete because it's a very enjoyable game. What we got here is that shield. Forget what that is. Do forget what some of these parrots do. Turn my speed up. Oh yeah. Oh. I mean, if that doesn't impress you, what will in life? To get out of the way of those balls. Ah, doing. I can't believe I died there. I cannot fuck up for this. It looks like I have fucked up for this. Anyway, it was a nice stream. I'm going to end it there because I'm sure everyone's got better things to do. And it was nice streaming for a little bit. I'll come back on at some point and do a few more PC Engine games. It's a little trip down memory lane with some very old PC Engine titles. Anyway, thanks for watching. Scott, Carl, John Zoney, Daniel, and John Simpson, Maestro Mike, Central Dogma. I think that's everyone who's left a comment. Yeah, alright, thanks for watching, and see you again.